Welcome to another video in the series of Tantra. My name is Anya Deva, and today we will be talking about connection in body, soul, and spirit, and what it means to connect deeply, first of all, with yourself, with your lover, and with the entire existence on these three levels. I've heard a great analogy somewhere describing these three aspects of ourselves, which are not separate. That's one existence. However, it can be described as water, which has three states of being: ice, solid; water, fluid; and then vapor, the gaseous, right? And so ice stage can correspond to our physical body, solid, physical reality. Water, with the reality of the soul, which is more fluid, it's closer to the oneness. And then vapor, to the state of a spirit, which is even more elusive, yet it's still the same water, right? So we shouldn't see the separation between my body, my soul, and my spirit, but just the states of which you become aware. And so this is where we come to the subject of awareness. Awareness is the key to connection. If you are aware of your body, then you can connect with your body and the body of others, right? And this corresponds to the consciousness of plants and animals, second density. They're aware of their body. And of course, they also have the soul and the spirit. But the level of awareness is where they connect with each other, but more instinctual. Like plants, they connect with each other, or they reproduce automatically by spores, by wind. They don't even choose their mate, right? Some animals choose their mate, so they already become more aware of who they want to connect with and be with and share the most intimate moments, share yourself most intimately. And then humans, even more aware. Now we become more aware of our soul, so emotions play a huge role, and even spirituality, in some instances, play a huge role in our relationships, especially intimate relationships. It's like a huge trigger where that soul really comes up and you fall in love. This is where you become purely aware of you as a being of love, as your soul. And the soul is always in a state of love. Whatever is not love, it's all mental programming that's blocking it. That's another amazing aspect of humans, the mind. But the mind, will be talking about how to master the mind. And that aspect, we will be speaking about it in another classes, and how to remove that mental programming, negative mental programming that really is blocking the flow of love and the flow of that connection to each other in oneness. And of course, the more awareness you have, the more intense the connection is. I've heard from Ra, he mentions that the connection of angels, where they merge together in the process of making love, in the process of that oneness, that feels like nuclear explosion. And believe it or not, it's not my words, but it's words of the entity of fifth density, who is already not physical. It says that explosions on sun are those entities of fifth density that merging together and making love, basically. And it feels like explosion, creates so much love, which is light. that it eliminates the entire solar system. Think about that. Think about that intensity. Now that's Tantra right there, right? We're not there yet, but we will. So Tantra is a spiritual technology. It deals with all three aspects, which is great because lots of spiritual traditions try to avoid or bypass spiritual, or suppress physical, and they go directly to spiritual, like monks, for example, right? Or nuns who are not supposed to engage in intimate sexual connection. They are trying to transmute that energy, but in Tantra, we completely embrace that physicality and use it as vehicle to connection. And we use it as a tool to get to know ourselves better. And because there is no deviation between physical and spiritual, truly, the mastery of physical will lead us to spiritual. And this is the idea behind Tantra and all its physical practices. Because we are, generally speaking, much more aware of our physicality. And we're focused in our physical reality much more than in more etherical realities of ourselves. It's easier for us to use this reality as a vehicle, something concrete, right? And we can say, oh, we're aware of physicality, but how many people don't even know how to touch each other? You know, this is why we have all these aspects of martial arts, where we really become very keenly aware of our motions, the precision of our movement, or like in dance. Who can dance ballet just like that? It takes so much practice. And so, yes, we understand our physical reality, much more reality of the soul right now, but we still have a lots of work to do. And we will be diving in the physical practices a little bit later in the workshop, where we learn to touch, where we learn to feel and listen to the body. That's a huge aspect of connection, guys. There are so many marriages fall apart simply because people cannot listen to each other and feel each other physically. So that is already a huge step, but it will be easier for us to understand and relate to, compared to, let's say, going to the realms of the soul. And however, we will be diving in the realms of the soul using yogic practices and breathing practices, because soul is connected to the heart chakra, which is above our normal human level of development right now. It's a jump, it's a leap in evolution. The open heart. And open heart, activating the heart, is connected with activating our pranic flow that connects everything, our breath, the life that we breathe in and out. So mastering that is more of a physical aspect, because breath is physical, that connects us directly to the pranic, to the soul dimensions. And so, of course, heart is also connected to emotions and love. And there is so many sayings, listen to your heart. However, for people who can't even listen to their body, listening to the heart is even harder. But we will be learning that. There are practices. This is why Tantra exists for thousands of years. It's a science of how to connect to the body and then to the heart, and eventually to the even more subtle aspect, which is the spirit. again, it's all one. We cannot touch one without affecting the other or becoming a little bit more aware of other, right? The right touch will evoke the emotion and the open heart in you, which in turn will evoke inspiration. So it's all connected. Working on one and achieving excellence in one will lead you to excellence in other realms. This is why martial arts, they say, yes, we do lots of practices, that's precision of the movement, but it all is connected to the soul. Sharpening the mind, sharpening the spirit, right? The sword of a spirit. I don't like the sword thing because it's kind of like a cutting instrument of destruction. But when we think of mind, the mind is very much that instrument. The mind is very much that sharp tool that can either cut everything apart or carve a beautiful new reality for yourself and everybody in that reality. So, it's all good. So if you're interested in the art and science of Tantra, please look out for more videos on my channel, Elemental Therapy with Anya Deva. We're having a class in end of September in Sedona, so please join us for the class. You can register at anyadeva.com, and also there'll be an online workshop on Tantra on that website. You can find it there as well if you have interest. So you cannot miss it, basically. All right, I'll see you there. Bye.